sealed gate to the mountain summit. We must open the gate if we are to find the Great Spirit. I believe this is the enduring rite, a test of the soul's worthiness. It demands a bout, but not just with brawn. And it calls upon the mind, but not just with strategy. And we, ZAU, must find the two great keys to venture forth.
Then let us find them.
Legendary fighting pits, where the sons and daughters of the Chaka would prove their mettle. The power of the fighting spirit is integral to the aspirant.
The mark of greatness, but upon a different kind of challenge. A trial for a warrior, a true test of the dance. This will not be easy.
Hooray! My first trinket slot. Wait, can I just keep doing this? You know what? It's fine. Oh, but it's not complete. Wait, Yeah, you know what? Let's just see. spirits segment. What? Additional spirits? Oh, okay. Now I have 3 bars. Perfect. Alright. Let's just keep doing this. Jesus Christ. Alright. Oh, managed to do it. First try for all of them. Cool. Got a upgrade for that, so that was worth doing. Wasn't actually necessary for progression, but yeah, that helped. Now we have 2! Now we can make ourselves even more powerful. So yeah, this has been very useful. Just managed to tank some of that onslaught because of this. But I could just keep healing as long as I was fighting back. Yeah, getting that upgrade has been very worth it. Just being able to throw enemies into the environment when they're at like half health even.
It must be the first key for the gate.
Our first key attained. Now one remains.
Keep forgetting, how do I do this again?
Took me a long time to let go of my mother. Pain, then anger. But I realized there's no point holding on to the past like that. She yearned for something else. I guess that temptation took over. Baba and I once talked of where she could be. He knew she did not return to Ichoka. He came here often enough. No. He thought maybe she had gone beyond Kenzera.
To see the world.
Mm-hmm. To be free to follow her path. A path without Baba and I. I do not think Baba ever got over it. I think he loved her more than anything.
I doubt more than he loved you. Let us go. There is much more to cross. The great shrine to the desert gods. The 2 pillars of Ichoka, devotion and determination, shine bright. To fight without thought is foolish. A bird in the sky is beholden to the wind under its wing.
Oh boy, that corridor is gonna be rough. Yep, that sucks. I think I should just dash there. Okay, dash, let go. They should just make this whatever collision here. Yeah, that's just, it feels weird. It just doesn't look right. Oh, they just gave you that one. Indomitable, so this better be good. Eh. You don't want to be at that point. Okay, perfect.
And there lies our second key. We are getting even closer to our goal.
is now in our possession.
Now we must return to the gate. It is time to brave the raw power of the mountain.
In our age, 3 spirits do reside. One of sky, one of earth, one of mankind. Majestic and powerfully sublime, but death's grace denied when their time did align. A moon cycled past, an illness crept in. Once 3 great spirits, now sickly and thin. Oh, wise revered shamans, come, heal our pain, shepherd our spirits to Kalunga's domain. Many did come, the shamans path brave, and death washed them all, intrigued, mind, grave. Their attempts were in vain, their spirits forlorn, with no respite, no cure, and hope all but gone. It is said, if a shaman can cross the thick veil, guiding those spirits with death by their sail, great favor by death, true wealth bestowed. But those who fail, Kalunga's grace shall know.
Onwards we go now, to the mountain summit. Find the Great Spirit, find Bomani's son, put everything to rest.
Bomani's necklace. Bringing peace to Bomani is a good cause. The son must have buried him, but there is no one here. So where is the son?
Therein lies the mystery, one we must resolve in line with our goal. The summit awaits. Cry. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did. Onwards.
They say that the final test of the right is the most arduous. Truly, it teaches all a valuable lesson. One bestowed in succession, as well as defeat.
And what is that?
The true measure of their character.
Well, that's it. Failure. Did not endure at all. Okay, can't dash through the lava geysers. Okay, you can't pass through the lava geysers, but you can pass through the lava waterfalls. Lava falls, I guess.
That was it done. Cry again. It did not sound far. ZAU, are you alright?
What? Yes. Sorry. Just that cry. It is piercing. Was this not the lesson you had given him? For as long as one single person stood tall, there remained a hope, blooming in the sand that would one day be an ocean. We are a fickle beast. For every good, we bring a tinge of darkness that threatens erasure. So why do we deserve any of this? ZAU had spoken on such matters before, when his world was good and spared the dark. Baba could not help but laugh. The good will always see its way through the path, he said. With anger, a following calm. With hate, a respondent love. With suffering, an overdue happiness. That is the spirit of mankind. And as dark as our form becomes, goodness will see us through. ZAU had to remember that. Was this not the lesson the world had given him? For as long as one single person stands tall, there remained a hope, blooming in the sand that would one day be an ocean. Something is marked here. The symbol of resilience.
A defining trait of mankind, for they are governed by their unwavering power to persist.
Oh, come on. I was on that thing. What? Final stance, okay. That sounds cool. Oh, sure. I don't know. Rather not be in critical health. So. Never been good enough to make use of stuff like that, accessories and other types of games where, oh yeah, you do more damage and critical health. I'm just not. I just don't trust myself to be able to stay alive. Case in point. That sucks that you can also just die in the gaps. Yeah, that blows. I fucking hate that. This is gonna suck. You just instantly die for one mistake. Oh yeah, this blows. I do not like this at all. This sucks. Why even leave these gaps? It's just... God, that's gonna be so fucking annoying. Yeah, this is gonna just make me play super safe, and that's boring as shit. Oh, so I can't even dash across. I still have to jump because you're still gonna get stuck between the gaps. Yeah, this room sucks. Thank Christ, it's actually pretty short, but yeah, not a fan of that room. That's the worst one yet.
Wisdom.
There is no better teacher than our mistakes.
It was often said that the road of good intentions is littered with dark obstruction. Such a saying was all too real for ZAU. He endeavored nothing more than to serve his land, to become a paragon of the path. Yet the burden grew heavier and heavier with each passing moment, with each dark sight that befell him. It seemed to the boy clear that all good acts came with a cost. To help the child and her mother brought a mourning not easily shifted. To help his old friend was to dance with fear incarnate. To help a long-gone father would bring both peace and discomfort. The child, the friend, the father, the road reaching its end. How did it all still seem so far away?
What?
Mercy.
For only the true soul can look into the eyes of another and see for them a path.
None know the story of tomorrow's dawn. Few can predict what shrouds are unveiled through the piercing light of day. Not all can tell the journey of the wind. ZAU was no all-seeing prophet. He had no business dwelling in the gamble of time. That did not stop him from those stray thoughts. This journey had been one of yesterday, looking over his shoulder to the world he knew, to the life he had, of memory and cherishment. But here, on the highest mountain of the harshest plain, he looked ahead. What did he see in that rising dawn? Was it peace for his pain? Or maybe a gentle embrace? Tears of sorrow or polluted joy? None know the story of tomorrow's dawn, but ZAU was prepared to tell it all the same.
Oh, the frame rate is taking a big hit here. Yeah, it's like suddenly turned into a 30 FPS game.
The summit of Mount Ichoka.
And the end of the enduring rite. The other half of the sun's mask. He must be within the mountain itself.
Within the mountain? The great spirit of mankind? I think I know what happened to the sun. This is it, Kalunga. We find Bomani's son and heal these lands. And then...
And then our path will come to an end.
Yes. Right. Here we go.
Why has the boy come? And treads where he is not welcome. Leave.
The great spirit of mankind. I am ZAU, shaman of Amandla.
The boy is brave for Amandla. Many seek to guide Gagorib. Many fail to guide Gagorib. Death even Gagorib has denied. What makes the boy think Gagorib seeks to be guided?
I do not seek to guide Gagorib across the veil. I seek to cross a father's child. I seek the child of Bomani.
The boy dares to come and speak a poison tongue? The boy will suffer.
For within the child bears the burden of mankind.
Liar! Enough of your lies!
And it is the father who wishes to release this burden.
No father would wish for such a foolish son, one who sought for long greatness above all else. Clinging to what is no longer there. I offered the boy a way out. Now the boy will perish.
gonna be a second phase? Or is it gonna be a chase sequence? Probably gonna be a chase sequence. Damn it.
Toto Wangu, my dear, dear son, what has happened to you? Parents and children, they fight. It is the way of things. But you will find no shame here. You did not cause this to happen to me. Time did. Let the pain go, Toto Wangu. Let the anger go. Be at peace with me. Be at peace.
It is...
No. He never finished it.
Yeah, that was abrupt.
Baba never stopped writing. His papers are everywhere. The beginnings and endings of stories you will never finish. But he did read a few manuscripts to me. Which ones again? One about a lion, one about a mysterious traveler. God, I hate that I can't remember so well. I could read them again, but No, I can't. Not alone. Baba's books. Every time I come in here, it's like they've multiplied. He loved to read and write. I don't know if he even had other hobbies. You tell me he's read every book here. Twice. Sometimes Mama would say there were too many. I'm going to donate them. Baba would say, I'm still reading those. Always, I'm still reading. I don't know how true that was. Mama's Nakshi. A gift from Baba and I. Baba wanted me to pick something special to celebrate. I'm sure the little Mtoto will love it. At least she'll know her big brother has a good taste in gifts. Mama's gonna say this is a mess. I should probably tidy it up at some point. I mean, looks fine to me. Bukovu, the city of dreams! Oh, could have just made a volcano, but this was way more fun. And who knows? Maybe I can sell my plants to Pamoja Corp and make millions. I could buy Mama loads of land in the country or something. And maybe I'd live on a big old sky island. All the space I could want. That would be the life. Oh, the griot lamp. So weird. Why did Baba think I'd want one of these?
Fact! The giraffe only sleeps for around 30 minutes a night. That must be how parents feel.
My old playroom. It'll have to change soon. We'll have the little one here, and she'll need a room. But for now, it's like a time capsule. A really nostalgic one. My old Yumbo dolls. Baba would buy them for me year after year. When I was a child, he even used to call me his little Yumbo. They weren't for me. I could never bring myself to like these dolls. I just didn't have the heart to tell him. The paintings I did when I was just a little kijana always make me laugh. They were always a total mess. Sometimes Mama would fix up my work in the night when I was already asleep. I'd come back in the morning and think, wow, I'm a genius. I was so proud. Oh yes, these beanbags are so comfy. Baba loves sitting on the tiny one to tell me stories. He looked like some sort of ridiculous giant delivering wisdom atop his small, comfy boulder. Mama and Baba's bedroom. It feels empty. Mama's new painting. It's so different. It's not like a usual work at all. Mama always said you create art with your feelings as the palette. Sometimes I wish that wasn't the case. They always looked so good. Mama's dress is beautiful and Baba looks so stylish, like something out of the movies. My dear little Ozzy. Bibi Ngina bought this in the hospital shop the day I was born. It's been with me ever since. She called it my guardian spirit, offering protection in life and beyond. Sweet Bibi. I wish she were here now. She'd know what to do. This painting. Baba loved it. Mama, not so much. She always threatened to take it down. Now, I don't think she ever will. My city. Mama loved the countryside, but Baba was a city boy. He loved being here as much as I did. He always said cities can inspire mountains to rise. I don't know about that, but the way he said it made me believe it was true. The book wasn't finished. He didn't finish it. He couldn't finish it. When I said I wasn't ready, I know he is gone. It's just, I don't think I'm ready to. The world continues to spin, but there is a part of me that feels this wasn't supposed to happen. This wasn't how the story should have ended. It wasn't supposed to end this way. I don't. I can't. I feel so lost.
When we found out we were having you, we were terrified. We read all the books, spoke to all our family, our friends. But how can you be prepared for a child before you have even met them? Oh, we felt lost to Zuberi. But then, your Baba turned to me and I will never forget it. He turned and said, every story begins at the end of another. I looked at him. This man has lost all sense. This is what I thought. But in what he said, it comforted me. I understood a little more. Every story begins at the end of another.
It is done. The three great spirits sought and healed. The promise fulfilled. We must return to Patakatifu. We must go to the realm of the dead.
Yes.
Whenever you are ready, ZAU. Here, ZAU. This is where we enter the realm of the dead. The pool is the conduit, and these waters will guide us through. We can wait if we must, but when you are ready, tell me so.
I'm ready to enter the realm of the dead.
Yes, you are. And so am I. Wade into the pool. Plunge into the deep. It is time for you to finally see. We are here. The realm of the dead. A place of peace. A final bed. Rage, sorrow, like grains of sand will slip through our hands as we journey the lands. While death's fear consumes, a catalyst it becomes, for blooming in its wake as the heart overcomes. Fledglings leave their nests soaring to the sky. A parent knows inevitably they must bid their child goodbye. You see it now. I know you do. Where the path begins and ends.
It is peaceful here.
That is because your heart beats with peace. It sees no more anger, no more fear, no more sorrow. Your heart beats with your ancestors now. Peace. You see it now. I know you do. I ask you now, ZAU, Shaman of Amandla, are you truly ready to perform your duties as my son?
Papa, I am.
Then show me. Show me you are ready.
One final boss battle. Using all the abilities you acquired. Kill your father. Okay. God damn it, Baba. There you go. Oh no, second phase? Yes, of course. God damn it. Oh my god. I should have gotten that. That was a terrible start. Waste.
Oh, my Baba. Baba yangu. Baba yangu. Baba yangu.
You truly thought you could summon and barter with death itself. So headstrong. So defiant. Oh, my son.
Did I make you proud of me, Baba? Are you proud of me?
I have always been proud of you.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
What are you sorry for, my boy?
For feeling angry. Scared.
ZAU, healing can only begin when we have conceded to our emotions. When we do not hide them. When we do not ignore them.
But I could not save you.
You could not save me from my fate. But you have saved many others from theirs. The path you have walked has been one of service and compassion. And that is all I could ever wish of you. A lion's heart swells with pride as they watch their cub roar with might.
Papa, I love you.
I love you too. Now, ZAU, my son, perform your duty.
Alright, that's it. It's done. Just in time to, because playing this on a subscription service, PlayStation Plus Extra. And it's gonna run out in half an hour, so that's why, one reason why I didn't try to, you know, indulge any of my completionist tendencies. Yeah, it was a good time. I enjoyed that. I really do think the game feel for this game is pretty spot on. For the most part, it just feels good to play. To just move around, and that's like a very important factor for a game like this, an action platformer, Metroidvania. So it's just fun to play. Just moving around, using all the mobility skills and the combat skills. So that just made the whole experience a fun time. Like I wish I connected more with the story. Like, but didn't really resonate too much with me. But like the voice acting is pretty good, very believable. Showed a range of emotion, but yeah, I don't know. I'm typically also very prone to being emotional when it comes to stories like this, family, grief, but did quite hit for me. Wish it did, but yeah, very pretty game. Sometimes to the point of being a bit hard to parse the combat when it gets real hectic. For the most part, it did its job. Very colorful. Animation was pretty cool. there's just enough variety to the powers, and it got it reached the right amount of challenge for the platforming and combat as it went on. I was afraid it was going to be a bit too easy based on my first session through it, and even like halfway through the second session. Yeah, it got to a pretty satisfying point with the balance of the combat and the platforming. A lot of violin players here. Puzzles, I mean, yeah, it's all very basic puzzle platforming. Wasn't too demanding. It was really in the challenge rooms where you really had to push just a tiny bit though. It wasn't like super challenging. I wish there was the game had a better delivery system for the world building, because the whole audio log thing just feels so dated. Yeah, just sitting there and listening to text while looking at the menu, basically. It's not great. I don't know. Like, a lot of the structure feels very basic. Yeah. Like, I wish, I don't know. Well, I guess the different areas had their own character with the environments and the level design. You got lava areas, you got desert areas, you got the poison areas, you got the foresty areas. But I still feel like none of them had like super distinct level design that felt really memorable. I don't know, yeah. Maybe it was also because of the way I was like speeding through the game, which again, like the way the game felt kind of encouraged it. I just wanted to keep going, like with the momentum. It's like a good thing and maybe kind of a bad thing in terms of just soaking in the world. I enjoyed the upgrades to combat though, because the enemy variety isn't like superb or anything, but I appreciated the method of varying it up by giving them like these armor bars that are one that's like neutral, where any sort of damage will do it, but also tied to the type of mask you're wearing. And I also just enjoy that, switching around with the mask. Had a really good feel to it. And yeah, combined with the enemy variety, and like, although the combat arenas got a bit repetitive, and the one time that it yeah, like the last one with the lava, I don't know, sound kind of put to death in any type of game. Although, yeah, there were a couple of combat arenas that encouraged you to push enemies into the environment, which I think is like one kind of design goal for the combat in this game, which, yeah, I did take advantage of, so there's that. Like, I kind of wish, like, the air combat, like comboing in the air with melee, felt better. That's like the one thing that kind of felt awkward compared to everything else, though. How the combat flowed, switching between the two masks and using different abilities. That definitely felt good. It was very dynamic, but actually, yeah, it's for how simple the combat system is, I think they wrung out as much as they could with it, with the combat arena design and the types of enemies, melee ones, the ones flying around, stationary ones shooting projectiles, different armors. Yeah, they did pretty okay in that department from my experience. Yeah, although I do wish some of the mobility options, the mobility skills that you use to traverse the world had more were integrated better with the combat. I feel like I would have really leveled it up. And well, I do think for the most part, traversal though, navigation, at least for how you use the mobility skills, were pretty all right. It had the game had a really good sense of momentum. It all flowed pretty well. Maybe a bit too well sometimes, I guess. I don't know. Could have had a bit more friction to it. But although, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the whole point is just making you feel good speeding through these areas, and slowing it down would have maybe, I don't know, because there wasn't much in terms of complexity getting around areas. It all felt very straightforward, and they give you abilities right before you go through a gauntlet of, yeah, just use this ability, which is, you know, like, it makes sense. Makes perfect sense. I don't know, could have used a bit more variety to that, a bit more challenge, at least the main path, and a bit more, I don't know, cleverness with how you use those abilities. But yeah, like, the game has platforming puzzles, a lot of block pushing puzzles. Well, not a lot, but still, like, those are the parts where, like, the pacing is intended to slow you down and make you think a bit more about how you're going to navigate these areas. But yeah, they're pretty straightforward. Didn't feel like I was using the abilities in more clever ways, more satisfying ways. Like, yeah, it was satisfying just speeding through the areas, but I don't know. Could have done with more of that. More complexity, maybe? I don't know. Yeah. Thinking about the visual design, talking a bit about that. The levels, I don't know, it still all felt very basic video game Metroidvania style of level design, in that how the areas are differentiated, like I mentioned earlier, which is fine. It's fine. It just wasn't mind-blowing or anything. I think that's probably how I evaluate the whole thing. It's all very basic, but it's done in a way that is satisfying, so like, I can't say that I had a bad time with it. I enjoyed it. The boss fights, which for the most part were also, yeah, again, pretty basic in terms of, like, attack patterns and I don't know, yeah. I guess I also would have appreciated more integration of the mobility stuff while fighting. And actually, even with the combat upgrades, could have felt like those fights demanded more from the player to make use of all of the abilities. I think there was like parts of it with second to the last boss, and yeah, obviously with the last boss, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just wish there was like just more complexity to the boss fights. So yeah, even that last boss where it required you to do some platforming kind of reminded me of the Radiance and Hollow Knight. So that also isn't like super original or anything. But, yeah, still satisfying enough. So it's an okay game. I guess how I would judge the whole thing. Pretty good for like a first outing for this studio, led by what's his name? Father from Raised by Wolves, and the voice actor for Bayek in Assassin's Creed Origins. The one Assassin's Creed game I played, which I also enjoyed. Salim Abubakar, I think, maybe. I should just look it up. Yeah. I would check out future games from the studio. But I think they have a pretty solid handling of the kind of game that they wanted to make here. Like, it's all very basic, but it's done well enough. And I would be interested in seeing something that builds off of what they made here. Returning to main menu. Oh! Okay. So what if I hit load game? Is it just gonna put me... Okay. Probably gonna put me to the point of no return. Okay, 6 hours 53 minutes, 76%. Sure. So it's a reasonable length for somebody who mostly just went through the main path. I'm just gonna load this up just to see. I'm not gonna 100% this game, but just interested to see where this last save file, where it puts me. Okay, yeah, right here. Talk to Kalunga. Yeah, look at this. Like, yeah, this game can look very pretty. Alright, that's it. Tales of Kenzera ZAU.